right, so my name's Tim Burrows. I'm a Tesla owner, and what we're looking at today is my Tesla Model X, which is, of course, an all-electric vehicle. This particular model is the Tesla 100D, which means I have a 100 kilowatt-hour battery, and as a result of that, this car has a range of 475 kilometers on a charge. So some of the interesting characteristics about the car, it's an all-wheel drive vehicle, so this car has an electric motor driving the front wheels and a second one driving the rear wheels. When you don't have a big gas engine in the car, it gives you extra space.
Oh, so that's a big
naturally
space.
You keep your lawn furniture in the front of your car, which is one of the advantages. As you can see, people are finding the button to open and close the doors. Yes. I'm going to open the door on the other side here, the big Falcon wing door.
Okay.
To give you an idea what that looks like.
Oh, that's like a super wing.
Yeah, aside from just looking cool, it does give you really easy access to the rear of the car. Yes, easy to get in and out of.
Do you have a key or something to operate this car? Or
it's actually a little Tesla car. The key fob looks like a little Tesla. Yeah. Pushing on the front opens the front trunk or the frunk.
Okay.
Pushing twice on the back opens the rear. I can open those big doors that you saw by pressing on the side, and pressing on the roof opens the front doors. Electric car with electric motors has a lot of torque right from the starting point. It's far more powerful off the line than typical gas. The top speed on this is close to 200 kilometers an hour, and it's not that I've ever tested that, mind you, but the amazing thing is that it's silent and vibration free. So a combination of all that power and no sound and no vibration is a wonderful feeling and a wonderful driving experience.
A bit of interior.
We'll have to get through the fans here. So you'll find on Tesla cars there are very few physical buttons on the car. The controls are primarily done through this large center screen, and if I open up that menu, you can see that the menu of items that I can control through touch. Door seats, the suspension can be raised and lowered, different driving conditions, seat heaters, and trip meter. Anyway, all of these things can be controlled through touch. Yeah. What you're looking at here, of course, is the navigation screen. So if I put in Orlando, Florida, actually I'll put in Orlando, Florida, and here we are in Mississauga. These red dots that you see faint at the moment, these are all Tesla supercharging stations.
Okay.
So these are stations that Tesla built for their own vehicles and that will charge the car really very quickly. On a trip to Florida that we're mapping out here, the computer is figuring out the best route and what chargers to use would involve certain charges that were as short as 15 minutes and some maybe up to 35 or 40 minutes, but relatively painless. Since you can drive for 475 kilometers on a charge, by that point most people need to take a bio break or stop for a coffee.
So has there been a situation where you have gone on a long drive and you're on the verge to finish your entire power and there's no power station nearby? So how would that situation be overcome?
Well, remember, I've never had that situation, and I've driven a lot. So I've driven probably about 160,000 kilometers now on electric. This is my second electric car. I've come close on one occasion when I was hitting some very powerful headwinds, and the computer was telling me that I was running out of charge. But I found out if you just slow down, it extends your range tremendously. So that's one trick that we know in electric cars. But remember, with these cars, you can charge them, plug them into anything. So a campground, even a gas station, you could go in and run an extension cord and plug it into a 110 outlet, like a household outlet. Now that would be painfully slow, but it would get you moving a distance to get to where you can get to a faster charger. It's a very pleasant experience, and personally, I enjoy it at nighttime because you can look straight up. It's like being in a helicopter bubble, right? You can look straight up and see the stars and the sky. In the daytime, they do have a visor which pops down, and it's magnetic, so it pops in there, so I can lock it like that, or move it wherever it needs to be. So you do have that just to block the sun, but it's just a nice driving, open driving. It makes the cabin feel roomy.
Yeah. And how many people can actually have a seat in this?
This is a 6-seat version of the car. It's also available in a 7-seat. So in
Okay.
the second row, you could put another seat in between those 2 seats.
Okay. So seats are detachable.
Not detachable, but they'll fold down. The ones in the back will lay flat.
Okay.
I have one side laying flat at the back right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Let me open that up. There we go. I don't know if that helps you see anything.
That's cool. It's awesome. Yeah.
One of the advantages, of course, to electric cars, you have no gas tank. So now there's more storage space down here. You can see all my junk down there. But,
It's too much of space, yeah?
yeah, so just extra storage space.
Okay. And how about the seat? Is it removable?
Yeah,
Or it's-
it'll lay flat just as the one beside it is now.
Okay.
I just have one laying flat now and the other one upright. The charging port's hidden behind here. So now you can see. And so one end of the cable fits into that. The other end has interchangeable plugs, so I can plug it into a 110 outlet or a 240 volt or whatever.
I see a big, huge wheel over here. So is there any special, or it's just a normal tubeless tire?
There's nothing special about the tires. The one nice feature the car does have is adjustable suspension. So I can raise and lower the car, and in fact, if you had an area, say down on your street where there was a bad pothole, and you raise the car to go over it, the car using GPS will always remember that spot, and it will raise by itself. You never have to do it again as you go over it, and it'll lower itself. So it's kind of clever that way. The other thing you can't see, again using GPS technology, is that when I drive into my driveway at home, it opens the garage door for me. As soon as I pull in the driveway, it opens the door. So, fun features.